Oakland. It's so amazingly beautiful. The architecture in Oakland, the decade blending, the eclectic styles and designs of the buildings here. Multi-decades right next to each other. Amazing stuff. Love it. Legacy of the Black Panthers. Lots of cool stuff, history here. Oakland. Great music. West Coast hip hop. Dell, the funky Homo sapien. Hieroglyphics. Too Short. Boom, 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 whistle. Boom, 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 boom. Anyway, it just goes on and on. It's lovely. It's beautiful. I'm so glad to be here, and I'm so glad that it's peaceful and nice today. I had this like anxiety about everything that's happening in Iran and Minneapolis, Gaza. They are related. A lot of these people that are brutalizing people out there are IDF trained. That's something to realize and admit to ourselves. IDF trained stuff is going on. You know what I mean? Like the ICE agents, for example, that are brutalizing people all over the country right now. Many of them have been trained by the IDF. So they have this kind of warrior oppositional mentality, not a law enforcement mentality. And this just has to be stopped. Wholesale. This has to be stopped. The elites are using this right now to trigger and divide us. And we need to realize that. We need to enforce the Constitution. It's funny how, you know, when Democrats are abusing the rights and privileges and on behalf of sort of the name of opposing Trump voters or something like that, or then no one seems to care, no one seems to mind, and conservatives suddenly when it's, you know, ICE agents out bullying the whole planet, like they don't seem to care or mind because they sense that it's happening to illegal immigrants or something. That's what they think, you know, potential Democrat voters. You know, there's all these like weird aspects that have been added on top of this, but basically it's how are laws enforced domestically? How does law enforcement work on our own soil at this time? And law enforcement still has to obey the laws themselves, and they need to have good decorum and professionalism and de-escalation tactics as they're out and about. Just smashing windows, punching people in the face. And now, see, this is happening to a lot of American citizens now. Of course, the conservatives can't admit this. Pam Bondi going to throw a press conference? She'll be, we're doing this to horrible Twin Day Araga. So you're thinking like child raping torture piggies are getting rounded up and brutalized. But this is happening to day laborers and, you know, black people. It's just happening to everyone. You know, lesbians, everybody's being targeted now, you know? And so you gotta like wake up, and we have to oppose this and reassert the Constitution. Hey, conservatives, you gotta stand up for the Constitution, even when maybe defending people you don't like, okay? American citizens that you don't like also deserve constitutional rights. It's very important. Hey, world. Leave Iran alone. Back off. All this Israeli-sponsored media, all these people celebrating. Oh my gosh, the freedom protesters. The freedom protesters there are just awesome. And the freedom protesters that are what? Going to bring back Reza Shah's kid? Oh my God, they're going to bring back the eldest son of Mohammed Reza Shah? Reza, whatever his name is. The Shah, you know what I mean? Like, what the heck is going on, man? It's crazy. So basically, sovereignty is a thing to be respected. And regime change is dangerous. It's getting dangerous. And they think they've already, like, it's funny how some elements of the media right now are talking as if it's already been done. As if the Ayatollah Khomeini has already been deposed, as if the regime change has already happened. They're reporting it as if it's already over in Iran. Maybe it is. How would we know? We can't get any media. But you know what? Starlink is being used by the quote-unquote political opposition in Iran. And what else? Israel is there. Mossad agents are there. My AI can't admit that. If I asked, are there any Israeli elements involved with the protesters in Iran? That actually shut down Gemini today. Gemini it quit. It just stopped. Ding! The last time I shut down an AI bot was when I asked it if an attenuated whole virus vaccine has more scientific evidence of being effective than the mRNA vaccine. And it just went, duck-gong, just shut down, just stopped. Session over. So yeah, the AI still sucks. Can't be true. It's being used by political operatives. And not much has changed. But I'm going to make a video later. There was a really nice video by a young man posted by one of my old friends on Facebook. I went and looked at Facebook today. I haven't been on that in a while. And he's got a very nice description of fascism. Of course, all focused on Trump, Donald Trump. And this fascism, it's like the 5 stages of fascism. The Anatomy of Fascism is the book that he's citing. And anyway, it's this beautiful talk about fascism, this update on fascism, and 1 million likes, all of our liberal, do-gooder, ex-activist friends just all clicking, loving it. But the young man, unfortunately, did not mention the CIA. He didn't mention Israel. So he's talking about fascism, but he doesn't mention the Department of Homeland Security. He doesn't mention the Patriot Act. He doesn't mention. His focus is exclusively on Donald Trump. And see, that is the problem. That's actually the real role of Trump in this creeping fascism that's taking over. And I think authoritarianism is maybe better. I think techno-feudalism is a better description. Techno-feudalism. But anyway, the tech bros. Oh, he doesn't mention the tech bros. He doesn't mention Palantir. He's going to mention fascism that's being implemented right now and can't mention the flock camera system, can't mention Israel, can't mention Palantir. He's out to lunch. It's really weird. And none of the liberals that posted it had any problem about it, right? Of course, there were conservatives on there who go, oh, this is some weapons grade BS right here, They could see through the BS, but they're also, unfortunately, partisan themselves because they love Trump too much, see? They're partisan. Both parties captured. Get it. Republicans, Democrats suck. Both parties captured. Girl brain. All right, we're going to talk more soon. It's been just a lovely, fun time with old Jeff here. All right, peace out. Have a great day.